Hello, Greater Milwaukee Synod family. My name is Reverend Jonathan Barker. I serve here as the pastor at Grace Lutheran Church in Kenosha, where we have Grace People's Pantry, the Infant Moses Diaper Program, and our L'Arche Mosaic program for adults with and without developmental disabilities. My pronouns are he, him, and we at Grace are so grateful and thankful to each one of you who supports Outreach for Hope, which supports our ministries down here. This past year, we had an amazing experience of seeking peace for our community together. About a year and a half ago, we had a moment of violence at our physical church grounds. In our parking lot, a young man was fatally shot and another young man was seriously wounded. And our L'Arche Mosaic community, which is a group for adults with and without developmental disabilities, came up with this idea of creatively claiming peace for our church and our church grounds. They came up with this idea of having an evening for one of our community nights, and every month we get together. And for one of our community night meetings, we were going to paint peace poles, and not only paint peace poles, but invite our neighbors to come and be part of that. And so the big night finally came, and we had many neighbors from our community. We had folks from our L'Arche community. We had other folks from our church family. And we creatively painted peace poles together, seeking God's peace for our community and our neighborhood. And there was a moment where I just kind of paused and I thought to myself, as I watched young kids from our community and adults with significant disabilities all painting these peace poles together, I thought, where else could I possibly participate in something like this? Where else would this group of people be brought together? And I honestly can't think of any other space where this would happen. And I am mindful that, God really miraculously brings us together across so many different barriers that we would never expect, and brings us together as a family, and also brings us together as people who seek shalom, who seek peace for God's world. And I'm mindful of the very last chapter of the Bible, Revelation chapter 22, where we read that the leaves on the trees of life, those leaves are for the healing of the nations. They are for the healing of where there's been pain and division and war and conflict. And this night we were all gathered together. We were able to seek God's peace, God's healing for our broken community. And I hope each one of you during this Lenten season will have the opportunity to seek God's shalom and peace in creative ways. We'll be brought together with very diverse community miraculously through God's presence and invitation. Amen.